Why pay money to go to a museum when you can go to Cabela's for free? I'm not talking about shopping at Cabela's. I'm talking about just the entertainment value of going there. Looking back over the years, I've bought very few things at Cabela's. Chances are, after you see everything that they've got there, you'll be going on your own cheap date. Now, if they had free popcorn and coffee, you'd never get me out of here. I can assure you this is no commercial for Cabela's. I love the store, but the prices are too high. Now, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and keep looking at all this cool taxidermy stuff. And just wait until I get to the aquarium. With an aquarium this big, this cool, why would I go to the zoo? You just wonder how many millions of dollars it took to make this. And there's no admission at all. Now, if you did buy an expensive shirt or something, I guess that's kind of like paying admission. Now, when I go into Cabela's, I'm looking at all this cool stuff like this. I'm not even looking at the shirts. In fact, this whole time, you won't see a shirt at all in this video. Check out this pond with all these fish in it, but this is not the aquarium. Like at the back of the store, they've got this big, huge island with all these cool animals. Here's a beaver. Let me walk around this whole thing so you can see it. I'll just give you little glimpses of all these animals. If you went to one of these nature museums, you'd probably pay like $12 or something. See what I mean? This thing is all free. There's even benches in here where you can just sit down and relax. We'll walk up these stairs so we can get an eagle-eye view of everything. There's like a full-size airplane. Right there's a hornet's nest. This is definitely better than those nature museums. Now look here, here's a shooting gallery. Now this one you gotta put quarters in, right? But this would be a lot cheaper than going to the fair. Unbelievable how big this place is. Now here's a brand new section that they just added on that's just got deer in it. I can't even imagine how much one of these things would cost. Who knows? Maybe people donate these things. Maybe if people get sick of having these things in their house and they say, hey, Cabela's, do you want this thing? The taxidermy is like unreal. Every one of these deer is like a champion of a champion. It seems like any time I see a deer like this, it's usually with my car. About every year I hit one with a car. In fact, last week, this is what we did to the car. I'd much rather see a deer in here than on the road. Wow, look at this. They even have an archery range in here. So I'm just walking around taking a picture of all these things. Now, they just added a safari section. Lions, tigers, hyenas, and these things aren't just statues. They're like in motion. They even have a full-size elephant. We'll get to that in a minute. Unreal. Just look at all this stuff. Here's like a full-size rhinoceros. And we're back at the loop with the elephant. The details in here, the paintings on the wall, makes you feel like you're on the safari. I'm really glad they have those little tags there so you know what kind of animal it is. Pretty cool. All those zebras. We got the antelopes, the cantaloupes. That leopard's pretty cool. And you can't have a safari without the lions. Now we're getting into where all the fish are going to be. The stuffed fish were pretty cool, but the aquarium blew my mind. I gotta say, it's pretty impressive the size of these trophy fish. Now we're finally to the aquarium. It makes you feel like you're at the bottom of the lake. It's like there's no glare on the glass. I mean, just look at the pictures. Feels like I'm scuba diving, but I just have an iPhone. Look how well lit these aquariums are. It's like you could almost reach out and touch the fish. I kind of wish I knew what these things were. I think that's a bass. Dang right, that's a bass. That is one big bass. It is so much cooler checking it out here than on the wall. I have no idea what some of these are. The kids are just going nuts in here. When I was a kid, we'd catch bluegill like this one. I've never seen them like in their natural environment like this. I started taking pictures of all these fish. I'd turn around, I'd see another fish, I'd have to get a picture of it. Here's another picture of a big old bass. It could care less if I'm following it around. I love this thing, whatever it is. If you know what these things are, leave it in the comments below. All right, enough of the aquarium. So now you can probably see why whenever I see a Cabela's, I just kind of stop in for a little cheap entertainment. I better get out of here before I see something I might want to buy. Yeah, if I bought something, then it wouldn't be a cheap date anymore. I gotta say, cool place.